Greetings, bike guys and bike gals. We're back at the Wild Horse Sprint Enduro. This is Josh Jones, and he's going to do the commentary on this ride. This is his ride.
Hey, bike guys.
This is Josh.
Just wanted to share guys, friends. This is Josh. Just wanted to share a little bit about the Wild Horse Sprint Enduro. Is a little different than some the Sprint Enduro format. Desert races that we do is a little different than some of the other timed in desert races that we do. You have different sections that you're timed in, and so you have essentially quick sprints. You know, it could be 8 miles, 12 miles, or 6, and you're timed just during those sections, and then you got to transfer over to the next section where you're going to be timed. So you get a little bit of a break in between, which is a little nicer, I guess, sometimes from these 100-milers where it's just a constant, just constant running clock, and however fast you can do it all and hit your pits and everything like that. Particular race, you probably hear me talking about just commenting. Particular race, you probably hear me and it's hard talking about just commenting on the whoops, and it's hard to see. But it's just constant up and down, whoop-de-doos. And you probably hear me cursing in the sand and the rocks. And you probably hear me cursing at these whoops all day over this whole video. We'd go up washes and whoops and trails, and then come down. We'd go up in whoops and washes and whoops and trails, and then come down in whoops and breaking bumps and all this kind of stuff. On the video, but this is a little bit steeper downhill grade, but you can see on the video, but this is a little bit steeper downhill grade, but you can see you've got whoops coming down, and then here I'm going on uphill, and there's just whoops on the way up. So this is one of the breaks in the Sprint Enduro where we come to another time. So this is one of the breaks in the Sprint Enduro where we come to another time section here, and they're sending us off anywhere from 15 seconds to 30 seconds apart by the guy in front of you. You can see if you get a little too close, then you come up and you get roosted by the guy in front of you. They give you a time. They tell you when. But then you come up and when you're ready to go, they give you a time. They tell you when you set off. And then you're off onto the next time section here. I kind of lost it a little bit on this hill. It was really rocky, and I bumped a rock, and it knocked me off course. I kind of lost it a little bit on this hill. It was really rocky, and I bumped a rock, and it knocked me off course. Coaching myself to get back on course on this steep hill. Coaching myself to get back on course on this steep hill. I'm actually trying to talk to the bike to hook up and traction. I'm actually trying to talk to the bike to get hook up and traction. Recluse clutch, and the really nice thing is I run a recluse clutch, and it really comes in handy to where you don't have to do a lot of clutching. Third gear, and you can be in a different gear, second gear, third gear, and you can really mitigate the rear wheel spin a lot on some of this. A guy has passed me, and You typically, if a guy's up on you, here a guy is past me, and you typically, if a guy's up on you, he's faster than you, so you just let him go and just get out of the way. So you can kind of see, and these instances where how steep and severe some of these drops and downhills are, where it doesn't necessarily look like that from the perspective of the camera until you see somebody else go down it. Really tight, rocky sections. And we did encounter some ice and snow on a few particular areas. This is we did encounter some ice and snow. And right here, I'm sliding particular areas. This is a really steep, slick, and right here, I'm sliding with my brakes locked up. So there's, it's really just trying to control the slide coming down this thing. See, they have danger markers in particular areas that. See, they have danger markers in particular areas that are just a danger of note. Clubs go out, which is nice that the organizations, the different clubs go out and they mark the courses. You can see I have to drop down here, and those little pipe plates and those danger markers indicate, you know, something that you really need to slow down and be careful of. I saw him and. I saw his dust ahead, and I'm trying to catch the guy in front of me. I saw him, and I saw his dust ahead, and I'm trying to like just push through this wash to get up to him. And eventually, I do catch him. And he hears me coming and pulls off and continue on. Some of these turns, you.
You can just speak into the mic.
Right.
You can just speak into the mic.
Right. So this was a nice little transfer section. We finally get to open it up into a. So this was a nice little transfer section. We finally get to open it up into get a little sort air, of nice big open washes, and get a little air, little high speed. And right there, I saw that the left line was just nothing but a bunch of deep whoops. And right there, I saw that the left line was just nothing but a bunch of deep whoops. Flatter. And I realized the right line was a lot there's a few times where I have to tell myself to slow down because I almost lost the front end. There's a few times where I have to tell myself to slow down because I almost lost the front end. And you're just trying to shake out the hands, get them loosened up for the next time section. And you're just trying to shake out the hands, get them loosened up for the next time section. You can see everybody kind of just waits their turn, sort of, you know, catch a little quick break. You can see everybody kind of just waits their turn, sort of, you know, catch a little quick break with the sprint enduro format. Get a little bit of water or a little snack. Ended up losing the line and sort of having to make up my. Right there, I ended up losing the line and sort of having to make up my. Really hard to tell. Make up my mistake. These are drop downs. It's really hard to tell some of these rocky step downs. I mean, some of them are about 3, 4, maybe even 5 foot step downs, and it's really hard to see that. Right here, this is a really steep step down, and this next one as well. Right here, this is a really steep step down, but you this next one as well. Roll it out, pull in the clutch, and try not to lock pretty much just have to roll it out, pull in the clutch, and try not to lock up your brakes and pick a good line, and let the suspension do the work. Coming back into the pits here is my friend Annie right there on the left, cheering us on. Coming back into the pits here is my friend Annie right there on the left, cheering us on as we're coming back into the pits. You finally feel like you're done, but you're not. Get a little refreshment. You finally feel like you're done, but you're not. So there they are checking us in. We get a little bit of a break before we go on our next section. There they are checking us in. We get a little bit of a break before we go in our next section. Just a great family event. We've got a lot of good friends and family who help each other out. Just a great family event. We've got a lot of good friends and family who help each other out to help us refuel, help us get some food, and a little bit of nourishment before going back out again. And I have a big desert tank, so I don't. Here we are discussing, if I need to fill up. I have a big desert tank, so I don't want to fill it up and carry all that fuel. Put a little bit of splash just to get me through the next section. So we'll strategically just put a little bit of splash just to get me through the next section. But anyways, that was our MRANN race experience. But anyways, that was our MRANN race experience with the Sprint Enduro. And thanks again for watching and following along. And please like and subscribe. Sorry, let me do it again. What? Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
The other bit was quite good.
Okay. Please like it. Please like and subscribe.
I can never say it either.
Please like it. Please like
I can never say it either.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and follow along. Looking forward to see you on the next one. Thanks. Please like and subscribe. Follow along. Looking forward to see you on the next one. Thanks.